Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 3 of season 5. This is our Into the Mist campaign based on Curse of Strahd. Lots of fun to be had, but we have some announcements first, which we are going to go through real quick, and then we'll jump right into the action, folks. Things are heating up.
It's good. I mean, yeah.
It's going to be great.
A little bit.
It's going to be really great. All right. First off, of course, I want to thank Dungeons & Dragons for making this incredible game that we know and love and play on a regular basis and spend lots of time playing and actually made a career of it, which is great. Also want to thank our main title sponsor, Beetle & Grimm's. Of course, they make these incredible boxes for your D&D 5e campaigns. This is the Curse of Strahd Legendary Edition. There's also a Van Richten's Guide to... Oh, these are so heavy. Oh, my God. Guide to Ravenloft. We use these on a regular basis. There's a map on our table right now, and there's a bunch of giveaways. I mean, there's so many things in here, like all the things. Hang on. Let me just give a little bit of love to Beetle & Grimm, because all the things, scrolls and handouts and monster cards and scenes from different, anyways, it's awesome. And then lots of little giveaways, and oh, look. You'll know what that is later, guys. You don't know what it is now, but you'll find out.
You're such a jerk.
I know, it's so great. I love being a jerk. Okay.
Oh, sorry.
But anyways, and like a little raven feather, like transparent. I don't know. It's so
I'll be
cool.
taking that.
Well, yeah, they make incredible kind of exclusive, next level sort of boxed experiences for your D&D campaigns. And check them out at beetleandgrims.com, because we're using a ton of stuff. It's going to get pretty serious very soon with all the maps from the Curse of Strahd box. So it might get a little hairy with maps flying everywhere in here. Want to also thank Hero Forge for the incredible service that they offer, which is that you're able to create custom miniatures and avatars using their website. You can check them out at heroforge.com. Most of the character minis that we have were created with the Hero Forge, including the not quite dead yet. Well, one of them would have been.
Not dead yet.
But prone or unconscious miniatures. Can we put one in the middle there on the map? Can we jump to that real quick, Devin? Just to show, there's a little Felfer who is currently unconscious. And I have a couple others.
Turn right in the middle. Oh, my God.
And there's another
What did you
Sterling. And I mean, we don't know, but there's a Travas.
Oh, it's a wee Falfer and a wee Travas.
Yeah, anyways. Really awesome. You can create all kinds, including like mounted versions on like wolves and horses and stop. Joel Auge.
You can get mounted versions?
Yeah, they're crazy. Really cool stuff. Really awesome. So anyways, check it out, heroforge.com. You can download STLs. You can get printed in full color, sent to you already in color, or you can get them just blank, basically, so that you can paint them in resin. They're awesome. We use it for a lot of things, including Big Sterling, which Big Sterling fell, and he's currently in a bag because I have to glue him back to his base. Sorry, Brandon, but we'll fix it. We have a glue here somewhere.
Yeah, right.
Maybe that's your job, Joel.
Done.
During this. Anyways, thank you, Hero Forge. Incredible stuff, and you guys are awesome. Also want to thank Forge Gaming for providing us all of our dice, accessories, and spawns and stuff. We are releasing official Into the Mist dice soon. If it hasn't happened already, check them out. They have lots of stuff. They've done dice for all of our shows. That was a sword that just fell from Big Sterling. Why did I ask Joel to do this? Joel's a little clumsy, but we love him for it.
There's the sword.
Because he's awesome. It's all good. But anyways, Forge Gaming is great. Check them out, forgegaming.com. They're awesome. If you want to participate in the narrative of our campaign, you can join our Patreon at a certain level. Whatever level you do, you get a level of that character in the Discord roleplay servers, as well as magical items and a bunch of other cool stuff. And then you can roleplay 24/7 and actually interact with the cast in the Discord and have them you can craft stuff for the cast. You can do searches. You can do random encounters. You can go on quests, do modules, tons of awesome stuff. Check out the Discord and Patreon. It's an incredible experience, and it's a lot of fun. Thank you, of course, to our Smith Guardians and our Realm Watchers for making this community what it is. Smith Guardians do a lot of work to create and write all the narrative and the modules for the Discord, and really are the backbone of making things go smoothly here at RealmSmith. If you want to support a little bit further, there's merch. I am wearing the Into the Mist shirt. I also somewhere have the Can I Touch It organ shirt. And there's lots of fun stuff. There's an Exploding Vardo shirt featuring Dimitri, which is also pretty awesome. And also support our other shows. We have 2 other shows that we just released recently. They're done now, but you can go and watch them in VOD on YouTube. One is Incubus, a bunch of famous tattoo artists in Eberron, and the other one is Wasted West, sponsored by Coldwell Press, which we did kind of a Wild West theme, fun kind of side direction for what we do typically here at RealmSmith. If you like what you saw tonight, consider subscribing, sharing, tell all y'all friends, because things are heating up. Without further ado, let us venture into the mist. Welcome back. Very, very excited to be back. Was there something you wanted to tell me? Joel, okay. Last we left you, it was an episode pretty much of scheming, of discussing, and those of you who have watched all along, it was probably a lot of fun to kind of like revisit all the things that you guys have done in the past.
Yeah.
And kind of relive some of that stuff, and it was kind of
fun.
Yeah, it was a bit of a retrospective into all that you folks have done in Barovia, and that was fun. Are we getting Sirenscape, Devin? Just want to make sure. Yeah,
I hear it.
Cool. Yeah, so we left you. You guys chatted with Madame Eva and Lord Argynvost regarding what the plan forward to start to prepare for the war ahead is, because you know that it is coming. You had decided on 2 options, or thought about 2 options. One of them was to visit Blinsky, the man with the monkey, to find out if, in fact, he is connected to your fate. The other one was obviously to find out if the sword is in the belly of Castle Ravenloft. But before you do that, you were asked by Madame Eva and Lord Argynvost to address the people of the area and the companions that you have amassed at Argynvostholt. Which are the Discord folks. And so all of you at home right now who are in the Discord who have characters, this next bit is also for you. And we do these things as a thank you for you being a part of our community, because we love this interactivity that occurs. You finished your conversation. Aster said what she said regarding wanting to kill Lord Strahd. You all exit the front, and as you exit, you had given Madame Eva a little bit of time to rally everyone for an address. She stands at the front, kind of looking at you, Lord Argynvost on one side, facing you, her on the other side. As soon as you all kind of crest the doorway, a huge applause kind of breaks out across the area, and you look out at hundreds of companions and allies who have followed your exploits. Give me an insight check, please, all of you. I can't even do descriptions because y'all are doing stuff, and it's
mother
so
heifer.
distracting.
So
Anybody
I'm-
with a 15 plus?
I have 18.
Not me.
17.
Okay.
22.
9.
What was your 19, Sterling?
22.
22. Okay, 15 to 20. You all notice that the majority of people, the rest of you, anybody under a 15, you get the general sense that everybody's pretty happy to see you. That they have hope that you are there to do what you need to do to rid the world of Strahd and release and free everyone. 15 to 20, you all sense that maybe 15 to 20% of this crowd
15 to 20?
yeah,
Okay.
is like skeptical. They're like, I'm protected here, I feel good, but is it really gonna work? We've seen this before.
But those who got below 15,
I
just
think it's great.
everything is
Yeah, I think you're great.
So I'm like,
Yeah, exactly. And I would say anybody over 20, so Sterling, you definitely sense some dissent amongst some folks in here, and some that are just down. Like they're done with Barovia, and they're just happy to be within the confines or the protection of the area, but aren't in a good place. You all step forward, and Madame Eva kind of does this and then kind of gives you the floor, and she says, "Hello, everyone. Introducing the Dawnbringers. They would like to address the people who have gathered here today."
I immediately step out.
Okay.
From the line.
And she's like, "Oh, Felfer."
Friends, Barovians, countrymen, lend us your ear. And thank you for the wonderful support you've given us. Clearly, we are the ones who can get us all through this. So, without further ado, I will lend my ear to our leader, Sterling. Sterling, what do you say?
Did we elect him as our
lean over
leader?
to Falfer and whisper, I didn't know I was a leader.
Well, you are now. Just say something.
We didn't agree to this.
Doesn't matter. Go.
So I'll go Big Sterling.
Okay.
Protect my voice.
And you hear across the crowd. And you notice that some people are actually carrying Dawnbringer dolls. Like a lot of the kids are like holding them up and like shaking them and like
And the kids with Dimitri dolls are like,
yeah.
wait a minute.
yeah, they don't quite add up.
Yeah. Wait a second.
I'm skimming.
My dear brothers and sisters of the Vistani, I stand here not only as a member of the Dawnbringers, but as one of you, for I had gone through the rite to become a Vistani. I want you to know that I fight not for myself, but for each and every one of you. And I believe that that is the case for everyone that stands here with me today. We have seen much grief and loss. We have seen terrors. We have seen the full hand of what Strahd has brought onto this place. But I tell you now, he would not be throwing such childish tantrums were he not afraid.
Yeah.
He is afraid of all of us. He tries to keep us from gathering in places like this, but I tell you, this is what will stop Strahd. I want you all to know that each and every one of us in this place today is playing a part and has a hand in the rising of the sun here in Barovia. The parting of the clouds will come. Light will return. And one way or another, we will get you free.
with that line, I'll lift up this without saying a word and not pointed it at them, just sort of pointing it up.
Yeah.
I'll activate the daylight.
Okay. And
As he is doing that, as he is saying the light will thing, and I see him getting ready, I will take out the small figurine and whisper, "I need your friend."
okay.
And then it will begin, as the light shines, you'll see these two huge wings sprout of light and particles scatter, and all of a sudden from behind the light, I will fly up on a Pegasus and I will cast light from the amber sword to extenuate your sunlight and to really smack home Sterling's voice. The light will come, and then I will yell, "Ha!" in the air.
Okay, that's awesome. Okay, so give me, Sterling, give me a performance check with advantage
Nice.
and add their modifiers to that.
Oh, it's a performance?
Yeah.
You can add 13 to mine.
Whoa!
That's part of my Zanku heritage.
Performance, you can add 3.
So 16 in total, sir.
Plus 2.
Not one.
Not one, two.
All right, so 13 altogether.
You can take my 2 as well.
16 altogether, yes.
16 altogether.
Yep.
Okay.
Well done, sir. Well done.
All right, so that's a 32. Get that advantage.
Advantage.
I did.
And so the whole crowd kind of erupts in this like cheer and this chant as kind of like, I guess you fly around on the
Oh, yeah.
Pegasus.
Fly past them with the light wind.
And then you hit the dome.
I'm not going too high. Let's get strong.
yeah.
He's dead, sir.
Yeah.
Oh, let's go home.
So this occurs and the whole crowd, and you feel the warmth and the light and the hope begin to grow. Sterling, you can tell that the even those that doubted, you feel a slight turn in that small percentage of people who were doubting. And Arganvos turns to you and smiles to all of you, and they all put their hands out, and there is a raucous eruption of excitement. And that goes for a little while. You go down and you greet people. But as things start to calm down, as things start to kind of like come to a quieter sort of end to the celebration and to what is happening, the reality of what you need to do next hits you very, very clearly and very, very poignantly. What is the plan for all of you at this point? What would you like to do?
A land.
Yeah.
Fair.
I figured you had done that
Fair.
already. We moved on from this scene.
Of course.
We head for Barovia.
The village of Barovia? Okay.
Blinsky.
Okay. All right.
Preferably when the crowd isn't watching us, because who knows what kind of spies might be here.
Are we on our way there? Or are we just in that office again?
Sorry?
Were we in that boardroom again, or are we actually on our way?
No, you're deciding. So now you are deciding to go into the village of Barovia. I need to kind of know if you do anything to prepare for this travel. I'm assuming you're leaving. Let's say this is the evening. This kind of happened in the evening after this meeting that you had. Are you planning to leave at night? Or are you planning to leave in the morning?
Yeah, I wouldn't travel through Barovia at night, generally speaking, if we can avoid it.
I would.
Yeah, you would. So do we stay the night?
That makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Yep.
We should make sure that we are at our best.
Yep. Cool. So I guess technically that's a long rest overnight in case we didn't have it already.
Yep. Okay.
We 30 days have passed.
Yeah,
If you
exactly.
haven't long rested, something's wrong.
Yeah.
I just
Extra long rest.
According to that, DMG rules.
Yeah.
I do want to have a quick chat with Noggins and Dimitri
This evening.
this evening.
Okay. Okay. You got to pull them aside.
Yeah.
Right.
Dimitri, Noggins, I brought you here to have a quick conversation. We heard Aster's tale of what happened in the castle of Strahd. But let's not get the speech today and the people's fervor into our heads too much. We face a bleak situation, and the truth is that neither of our new companions are fully trustworthy. I wouldn't put it past, while they were in the zone of truth, I certainly wouldn't put it past Strahd to have kept her companions, rather than setting them free, as per his agreement.
So you believe, given the choice, seeing her captured companions, she would turn against us?
I believe that without a doubt, she was a blade aimed at us by Strahd, and whether that blade has been sheathed, I do not know. But I bring it to both of you because I don't trust Falfer to keep his mouth shut, and Sterling has a lot going on, so I figured I'd bring it to the two of you. As for our new friend, well, he seems fantastic, but at the same time, in those zones of truth, little was said by him. You should keep that in mind, and also remember that when our companions disappeared, they both appeared.
Yes.
And little happens that isn't by design in this land.
Well, I can actually answer a couple of those things. We all got gifts. We all got newfound abilities, and I have a way of seeing a lot better now. And I don't think their arrival had anything to do with Ezmerelda and Travas's capture.
One of them, at least, is a guaranteed plant, however. And whether, well, like I said, if it came to her old party of friends and us, I don't believe she would choose us.
I can say the same, but... And he looks at you hard for a moment. This isn't a show of power, who has the upper hand. I don't really care for all of that, but you're aware of what I can do.
I'm aware, and have no fear of it, if that's what you're
Didn't
implying.
ask you to fear it. I'm just letting you know that the same has been done to them.
Very well, then we'll leave it this, but let us not forget it and keep it in mind. We'll extend every courtesy to them, but a close eye must be kept.
Yes, and speaking of one familiar with the spell of the Zone Truth, the spell does not affect the one who casts it.
I wasn't aware of that.
I have no doubt that they will help us. From what I've seen, one truly has a passion for leading, though I do wonder how far that will go. They'll get in the way to have the glory of being the one to say that they were the guiding hand. I don't know, I don't care. But it'll at least help. And he pauses. She wasn't lying. She has nothing else to lose.
As of right now, she has nothing else to lose. But like
No,
I
she
said,
has nothing else to lose. I saw her party on the other side. I
They're-
think her staying was the price. They're safe.
So you're saying that Rome's fear that her party is actually still...
my fear that Strahd did not act honestly and did not release her party is unfounded, is what you say.
The dream can lie, but it doesn't lie to me.
The dream is based off of her memories and her imagination, as I would understand it. And if she's barely remembers her stay and can't even say how long or what happened during it, then I don't believe we can trust her memories on her party perfectly either.
You'll be surprised with how much the dream reveals, even if you don't remember it yourself. I don't expect you to understand why I say what I say. as I don't understand the darkness in the way that you can speak to it.
Very well.
I don't think they're here. But that doesn't mean we trust immediately. But I do think she will kill Strahd if given the chance.
Very well. We have our path.
Yes. Not if I can kill him first.
Yeah. Noggins will begin to leave, but then he'll pause and say,
Ask the coffin maker.
he'll begin to leave, but he'll just stop for a moment and he'll kind of slightly turn his head. We also can't necessarily trust each other. So I'm not going to look at them a different way when I don't even know your full story. And I'll walk out after that.
Okay.
While that's happening, very briefly, I'm going to go and just sit casually beside Sterling, say nothing for a few moments, look up and say, nice speech, and then go back to enjoying the salads. That's it.
Sterling sits there feeling pretty, if he could blush, he would blush.
His metal gets a little rosy. We have a moment. All right. That's it. Just a little character building moment.
Okay. All right. Okay. So the plan is to turn in for the evening and rest. You do so. You wake up in the morning.
Sorry,
Go ahead.
before I go to bed, I want to stop by Aster's, where she's staying.
Okay.
And I'll just come to the room, not enter it, but I'll knock, knock, knock.
She'll kind of just crack the door open and look and, can I help you?
Can I come in?
Sure. Kind of open the door and leave room.
I don't know everything that happened. That's not my forte. I typically wouldn't apologize because we Fae just don't care, but I want to apologize. I have a knack for entering places unasked, and there's very little that people can do to stop it. Especially when they're asleep. Specifically when they're asleep, that sounds great. I saw something while you were sleeping. A vision, a dream, a memory, I don't know.
What did you see?
I don't know if it was the moment when it happened. Afterwards, I can't really tell you, but I saw your friends behind a veil, behind a portal, maybe the mist, I don't know. And I felt him stop you.
I kind of just pause and just look away, not really meeting your eyes. Oh.
I'm not here to judge you. I come from a place where we do things that the prime material would deem evil or wrong, but to us it's just a way of life. So I don't know why you made the choices or didn't make the choices that you did. But I believe what you said is true. And I would hope that when the going gets rough, that trust isn't betrayed.
I'm not so sure that many of the choices I have made as of late have been mine at all. And should it remain completely my choice, I hope that you would know that I meant what I said, and I will stand by that.
I'm arguably the wisest in our party, and I'm a goat. But I have no reason not to believe it. Get some rest. I think we're leaving in the morning. If you like eggs, I can't make that, but I can do it out of something else. Like eggplant or something.
Eggplant.
Eggplant
Benedict.
Don't think those are exactly the same thing, but
They're not.
I'd love to try it.
Chef Noggins is on the case thing, whatever. Okay, good. I'm gonna go sleep now. I won't visit you in your dreams tonight. He like stays for a second, like very awkward, and like, okay, bye. Like,
Very nice. Very good. Very well done.
Aster.
Well done.
Aster.
yeah, I almost did that.
I was hoping you would. I didn't want to wreck it. We all had like these really good moments. I didn't want to be that guy. So it was all done.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're all gonna die.
You all turned in.
Yeah.
Just as a my bad totally, Blinsky's shop isn't in the village of Barovia. Blinsky's shop is in Valaki, which is a very different scenario, potentially. So just let that,
Hold on,
Yeah.
I'm the time guy. Give me a sec.
let that, just,
There we go.
let that inform your future.
Out of game, are we already said Blinsky, so I guess we're going to Blinsky, or is that the case?
I will allow you to change that if you don't want to go to Valaki, but it's up to you.
I think we're going. I think the plan. I mean, he's not in Valaki. He's outside of Valaki.
Blinsky.
He's right in the middle of Valaki.
His store is, right?
His store is in the walls of Valaki.
Oh,
if it still
okay,
stands
okay,
after
okay.
Strahd's threats.
I mean, we got to go there. So, I mean, if Lady Vicky got a problem, then she got a problem. But we got to go there. So,
Yep.
Yeah, we
So we're not going to Barovia?
Red.
we prioritized Blinsky because of his association with the cards.
Yeah.
And we thought it would be less.
It's like right almost smack in the middle, just north of the town square.
Yeah.
Then that's where we're going.
We can run into the feather people too,
Yeah. That's right.
if we.
If we want to try to
Well,
recruit them.
we could leave that to the to people.
That's true. We could. Yeah, you're right.
2 ravens with 1 stone.
We could always send somebody in on our behalf to actually meet us outside of town.
Yeah.
So we're going to Valaki instead of Barovia?
Yeah.
And you know what, Jay? I'm not gonna take up time, but a thought before we go to bed, because we would have definitely
Take your
talked
time.
about that.
Take your time.
We would have realized that. As I'm going to sleep, just in case, I'm going to. I'll access. We're in a mansion, a manor, if you will, dedicated to the Order of the Silver Dragon. Correct.
Yes, correct.
I would hope there's a silver mirror here.
Sure.
Great. I'm going to find that mirror, because that is what I need to cast scrying.
Okay.
I'm going to scry on Lady Voctor,
Ooh, very good.
just to see if we are still a problem, how she's potentially reacted to Strahd. Just get some information before we even go there, because we gotta go there. I'm gonna do that before bed so I can make sure I have the spell slot.
Okay.
It's a combination of screaming and crying.
It's scrying.
Yeah.
Crying.
Scrying.
He's done.
Yeah.
That's what he's doing.
When at first you don't.
Okay. Give me a sec here,
No worries.
because I was not prepped for that. Talk amongst yourselves.
I know you weren't. I was like,
I like it. No, it's good though. I like this stuff.
So over or under on who dies first.
I have
That's
a
me.
mental order in my head of who I think dies first.
Yeah.
He's the top of the list. He's reckless.
Did
I
we
am
take?
reckless.
Did we take the? Okay, hold on. So I gotta go look at it real quick. Did we take? Because she had a ledger of people who have come into Barovia. Did we take that?
I I mean, just from my terrible memory, I don't believe we did.
Did we take anything from her in that area?
We took.
It would help with the scry.
Didn't Laura take something?
Oh, Lauren, you're right.
Lauren got a
Yeah,
book.
she plays one of the.
She got a book.
Over Lauren.
Yeah.
She plays one of the Ravens. Yeah.
Didn't she take something?
And then she gave it to us. She gave us her stuff before she left.
No, she didn't.
No?
Nope, she ran off because she was chased by the guardsmen.
But don't you-
And you split, and you never got the stuff from her. I remember specifically.
Okay. You sure you don't remember her giving us everything she had?
Pause it.
Do we have? I guess like, do we have anything from Lady Vodka? I wrote down notes, but I didn't write down.
No.
I wrote down like such a small section that day.
No, there was a
No.
From what I remember, and I'd have to go back and check, but from what I remember, you tried to get in. I think Lauren did a sneak in situation and got the book. But then you guys went in the basement, and then the whole thing in the
Yes.
basement happened. The fire happened, and the house started to collapse on itself.
Sounds like a regular dog.
And then you killed her sons,
I guess so.
and then you,
Right.
Okay, great.
and then you ran, and the guards chased you out.
What
I don't
from
hang on,
Velocity.
I don't know. I don't remember.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It helps with the spell, so I'm just to see. I can at least find a picture or a likeness of her. I don't doubt that, but also if I had something more specific.
Yeah.
Because it affects
Yeah.
how she
Scrying.
has to make a save.
Sure.
Yes.
We have the blood of her
Let me know.
children on our weapons still.
I am
that
familiar
helps.
with her, so that's at least that. And then I would assume I could probably find a likeness or a picture of her somewhere here. I just almost feel like that's a thing. I don't have a body part of her, so don't have that.
That's something.
We have the blood of her progeny.
If anything, at the very least, she'll have to take a -7 to her wisdom save.
Wow.
Okay. So a wisdom save.
It's a wisdom save. Whatever you do, -7 from it.
Natural 20.
Oh.
Minus.
It's not one
Which sucks because I really wanted you to scry on her.
The national 20 doesn't come.
But what's the overall number?
It doesn't matter. It's a nat 20.
It's a no. Natural 20s only matter in combat.
Oh, man, yeah.
It is
Until we do 1D&D.
16.
That
-7?
-7 would make
Yeah.
that fail.
Okay. All right then. Good, because I wanted this to happen anyways. Yeah, because I think it is. I don't think it applies to skill checks. I usually apply it to skill checks, but this will be more fun.
I like it.
This is what Lady Voctor looks like. Thank you, Beetle and Grim.
Ooh, Lady Vaktar.
Can you see that?
Let's put it on the table.
Put it on the table.
It's a very specific necklace.
Yeah.
Dragon.
Yeah.
Scorpio dragon?
Yeah. It's a scraggle.
It's a scrag.
Yeah. Anyways, that is Lady Voctor.
Where's her body?
Okay. Can you just read scrying real quick?
Of course. Look, I can see. Hold on. I can see or hear a particular creature. You choose us on the same plane of existence as you. They must make a wisdom save, which is modified. How well you know, blah blah blah. If they fail, if they know I'm casting it, it automatically fails. They can blah blah blah. On the failed save, creates an invisible sense within 10 feet of the target. I can see and hear through it as if I was there. A creature that can see invisible objects sees the sensor as a luminous orb on the side of your fist.
Okay. All right. Okay. As you kind of close your eyes and they flutter and then they open up and you see the kind of the whites of the eyes, what does that look like when you scry? What kind of trance do you go into, Noggins?
I think there is he has like these salts or like smelling salts basically. And he kind of like puts them in front of him, and he kind of just like goes into cross-leg position. Not something he does often. I think this might be like the first or second time that he's done this. Not that more than that. But he sits down, kind of situates himself. There's a pillow in front of him when these salts are on, and he just kind of focuses. The nebula in his eyes are definitely moving and shifting.
That's awesome.
And then he essentially goes to sleep.
Yeah.
He's like still.
Okay, cool.
And his body basically sleep. Yeah.
Okay. All right. You're basically going to sleep in your dream state, and as you wake in this other area, you find yourself in what appears to be some sort of lavish bedchamber. And you are sleeping currently in the bed, like you were lying with your head on the pillow. And you look out, and what you see is across from the door, there is a fire that sputters and struggles for life in the hearth, above which hangs the framed family portrait, depicting a noble father, a mother, their 2 young sons, and a baby daughter in the father's arms. The sons are smiling in a way that suggests mischief. The parents look like uncrowned royalty. Wood paneling covers the walls of the room. A closet and framed mirror flank a curtained window to the south. To the north, a wide canopied bed lies pinned between matching end tables with oil lamps, which is where you lie. You turn to your right, and there's a bit of a start as you do, because lying beside you is stretched out on the side of the bed beside you is a man dressed in black, his eyes each covered with a copper piece. And he bears a striking resemblance to the father in the painting. Across the way, you see a woman, an older woman, Lady Voctor, you imagine, who is currently combing her hair out, getting ready for bed. And on her shoulder sits a small imp-like creature, red in color with a scorpion tail. And she stops for a second and kind of scritches its neck, and it kind of does this. And you hear as it scritches, and then she goes back to combing her hair. Give me a perception check, please.
Okay. 2 stones.
Do you get both sight and hearing?
I do. 22.
Okay. With a 22, I mean, you've seen some dead bodies. The body is appearingly posed, but not rotting. So it's posed like it's dead, resting with its hands over its chest, with copper pieces on its eyes, but it looks still like its skin is still alive. It still seems like its flesh is intact. What senses? Just sight and sound?
Sight and hearing, yeah.
Yeah.
And see everything and hear everything.
Yeah. How long does this last?
Oh, an hour.
Wow.
No, that's a lie. 10 minutes.
Okay.
I can... wait, hold on. Can I...
That's an awesome.
Great, okay. I can't move the thing, but I'm within 10 feet of her. As he's doing that, is there anything on like a table or something that might be out? Any writing, anything? You just want to just get some understanding.
Yeah, for sure. I just went off it 1 sec, sorry. You do see that there's a closet, but the door is closed.
Mm-hmm.
You do see that there, I mentioned an iron chest. But it does seem like it's closed, so you're not too sure, but you imagine it is secured and locked. And other than that, there are a couple items, but they're all just like household items, brushes and makeup and things of that sort. And she basically like just gets ready for bed for the extent of the scrying spell, and then it ends.
Okay. So it looks like she's just that person. Have I seen or heard about this father for a person? Is it her father?
So from what you can tell with that 22, it looks like he's the man in the painting, and she is the woman in the painting. And they hold a baby. It's a younger version of themselves.
Oh.
But that seems to be her husband.
Mm.
So you imagine that as Mr. Voctor.
And do we know anything about this husband character?
You've never heard anything about him, no.
Okay. Okay. Then if I don't see anything that links to Strahd or anything that might, I don't know, like a wanted poster for the sedition. Never mind. But if I don't see anything, then I will kind of wake up out of that shiver, and I will go to bed.
Okay. All right. One sec. Okay. All right. You all wake in the morning. Whatever preparations you need to make for your travel into Vallaki. Is there anything you want to do in preparation? Anything you want to take or not take?
Yeah, I don my armor.
Okay. You all don your armor. Good to know. All right. Erin gets that joke.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you taking your packs and everything? Like, are you taking everything you own?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, not Argon Vostolt, but you know what I mean. Like,
Yes.
Pocket
We're going
dimension.
out to do things. Yeah.
Okay. All right. You said.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say that I get breakfast made. I make it out of chickpeas and other legumes, not out of eggplant. That's
Nice.
just gross. And other things. But I make that, and I totally have some carrot bacon. You can deal with it. Actually, no, this time it's like made out of zucchini, but there's like a glaze on it. Like an artificial sweetener to almost make it like a maple bacon.
Nice.
Okay.
But he doesn't tell them that it's different. He just wants to see if they try it.
Can we smell it?
Probably.
Okay, if it's sweet, Falford tries it and then goes, "You fiend, you." And then
I'm just gonna make a to check to see how bad it is. It was a 10. That's okay.
cool.
I'm trying. Okay, that's me. I'll let it go.
All right. You start on the road east towards Vallaki, the town thereof. And you travel for some time. This is the first time you have been out of the bubble, probably, that you've told me that you ventured out. Maybe you stepped out around the surrounding area, but this is pretty much the first time that you have all set out on the road.
Since COVID.
Since
Oh, the bubble. Sorry, you meant that.
Yes, that
Okay,
yes,
sorry.
Yes.
That's
Wow.
Not that bubble.
different.
You're not here.
Yeah. As you travel east, you eventually come to or see the walls of Vallaki ahead of you. A familiar sight, as it hasn't been that long, perhaps a month and a half since you were here last. And what you can see is that there are a couple buildings that kind of dot the Spholic Road outside of the palisade, but from all accounts, it appears that Vallaki is intact, that it was not affected by Strahd's wrath. So from what you've heard or maybe catch, it appears as if it was a much more targeted attack
On specific groups of people.
on specific groups of people in
okay.
areas of Vallaki,
Understood.
of Barovia.
Right.
Okay. As you approach, the old Spholic Road meanders into a valley watched over by dark, brooding mountains to the north and the south. The woods recede, revealing a sullen mountain berg surrounded by a wooden palisade. Thick fog presses up against this wall, as though looking for a way inside, hoping to catch the town aslumber. The dirt road ends at a set of sturdy iron gates with a pair of shadowy figures standing behind them. Planted in the ground and flanking the road outside the gates are a half dozen pikes with what appears to be really rotted wolf heads impaled on them. You remember last time you were here, there were fresh wolf heads, which was part of the wolf head jamboree, which was coming up, which was one of the festivals. If you remember, the burgomaster of Vallaki creates all these festivals to make everybody happy, because he believes and thinks that if the people are happy in Barovia, that will kill Strahd and everybody will be released.
Right.
What do you do?
Oh,
Yes.
you are not known to the people here, but perhaps that is for the best. Maybe you can get Blinsky to come out and meet us up here.
Where is he?
He runs a toy shop in the middle of town. It'd be hard to miss. You'll see our visages in the window.
Stay clear of the dolls. Just stay clear of the dolls.
Noted. I will wrap and sheath Amberfang. It's very obvious. And cloak myself over. Are there any bits of information that I should know so that this Blinsky can trust my words? To come and meet you? Is there hostilities, things that I can dispel with?
Actually, come to think of it, he is making dolls in our image. So, if you tell him you are here with the Dawnbringers, there's a chance that gains some. Wait, I guess that defies the purpose of what Sterling just asked.
Yes. I will.
Of course. Sorry.
I pat you on the
My
head.
bad.
Very well. I will do what I can. I guess I'll proceed to go ahead of the party.
Okay. You proceed ahead of the party and you get to the gate. And you are asked who you are. For the sake of brevity, who do you say that you are?
I call myself Ibrahim.
Okay. And the people, the guards behind say, all right, what business do you have in Vallaki?
I'm here to purchase toys.
Ah, from Blinsky. Very well. They open the gate, they enter through, they close it behind it. Where are all of you waiting while this is happening?
You guys are like a close by sort of.
Yeah, sure. In between a couple of the buildings, you kind of find a place to kind of like the outside.
Oh, the outside buildings,
Not
yeah.
the inside buildings. You find a kind of copse of trees out from behind some area, and you're kind of hiding maybe back there.
Yeah, and you know where we are.
How far from the walls? Just so I understand.
A good 50, 100 feet.
What was that? Noggin?
I said far enough.
Oh, far enough.
Far enough.
That was Brandon. Gotcha. As far as we need to be.
17.6
For our
feet away.
benefit. Yeah.
I will, of course, be divine sensing as I walk.
Okay. You're not catching anything with divine sense through here.
I will walk toward the center of town looking for any sort of wooden structures or anything that would implicate a toy shop.
So, through a mixture of kind of asking about where Blinsky is, everybody knows exactly where his shop is, and they send you to kind of the middle of town. It is just south of the town square, and kind of even part of the town square. As you approach,
Well, it's nice knowing you guys. See you later.
this cramped shop has a
Short visit.
This cramped shop has a dark entrance portico, above which hangs a wooden sign shaped like a rocking horse, with a bee engraved on both sides. Flanking the entrance are two arched, lead-framed windows. Through the dirty glass, you see jumbled displays of toys and hanging placards bearing the slogan, "He's no fun, is no Blinsky." You also notice, very clearly, the visages of the Dawnbringer dolls. And they have the extent of them. There is, you see that they're kind of like sold in a pack as well for cheaper. Like a
bundle.
like a bundle,
bundle?
but also individually.
Okay.
And you see a variety of other toys, but you do notice. So you see Sterling, you see Dimitri, you see Falfer. Falfer looks a little different than he did, but they're like little trinket toys, like all stuffed toys. But then you also see one dressed in like plaid colors, with like a leather kind of brown cap, carrying like a little wooden shield. And you also see a woman dressed like a Vistani with like red and orange scarves and such.
I can assume it's the two companions missing.
Yes. Maybe. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. They never described them, so yeah.
Cling, 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 cling. I go in.
Sure. There's a bell, apparently, that he installed since the last time we were here.
Delightful. It's a delightful new bell.
As you enter, you are greeted by a heavy-set man who wears a moth-eaten jester's cap. Welcome to Blinsky's house. Happiness and smiles can be bought at bargain prices. Perhaps you know a little child in need of joy? A little toy for a girl or a boy? He has a little pet monkey that is currently perched on his shoulder wearing a tutu. The whole shop is covered in toys all over the place. And it's just a mess of all kinds of toys of all kinds of types. And a lot of them quite creepy. Like he tends to have... It's on the creepy side.
Yeah.
His collection.
This is a very interesting place.
Yeah, it's the best place in Barovia.
I'm curious. As I walked past, I noticed you had some particular dolls at the front window.
Yes.
What are they?
Oh, they are the Dawnbringers. You must be new to Barovia, yes?
Yes, recently imported.
Yes. I got that joke.
You happen to make these dolls based on sales or because you are fans of them?
They make me pretty good money. They're big people, big heroes in this place. I know.
I see.
And I sold double I used to because Strahd doesn't like them anymore, so I'm selling more of them.
And of course you are a fan of the business that Strahd brings you, correct?
I'm not sure what you mean. I have some Strahd dolls. Do you like Strahd? Because I have one here.
No, I'm strictly interested in...
I have
one.
one.
It's fine.
He starts kind of searching around.
I'll watch
These ones. This is very popular. Look, it's I made this myself. It's a little Strahd finger puppet. No fun, it's no Blinsky.
Does this not sell?
Not so good sometimes.
But more so the Dawnbringers.
Yes. Perhaps instead you like the mommy one. This one, so look, is a little mommy. I have a whole set of them in here. Look, there is. I have this one too. It's a little werewolf.
May I see the werewolf one?
Yes, are you going to buy it?
Potentially.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yes, it's very good. I made it myself.
I have a business proposition for you.
Yes.
If I could introduce you to some business associates of mine on the outsides of town, could make you a lot of money for the dolls that you have.
You want me to follow you outside of town?
This is not something of ill intent.
But my shop is very, very comfortable. You should come in here. Look at the jester I have. Look, this one has bells on his head. Listen. It's very, very cute. I like this one.
Very cute, actually.
Thank you.
No, you see, these business associates of mine are a little gun shy of this place and would rather do business outside of the eyes and ears of those who could be competitors.
Competitors?
Competitors to Blinsky and Blinsky's business, no?
But why do I want to meet my competitor?
No, you want to meet those who will help you against your competitors. See, business that could be happening inside this village could be heard by competitors, and therefore Blinsky would lose a lot of money.
Oh, that's not very good. I wouldn't like that. What are their names?
Well, they are associated to subsidiaries of a subsidiary of a Dawnbringer business.
They know they don't do that?
Oh, they do.
But how well? Do they deliver them the pizza?
Enough to make your return on investment far worth it. Let's say liberating of this
But
place.
my business is very good. I have a great don't bring a business. But if you can't afford one of those, I have a headless bride for you.
How much is the
This
headless
is the
bride?
bride. Look, she has no face because it says some lore says that Strahd had a bride made for him, but she forgot the face because she was going to steal the face from somebody else.
Interesting lore. How much for the
2
lot?
for 1.
How much for the lot?
Of what?
All of them.
All the toys?
All of the toys currently you've shown.
Oh, that is 9 copper per toy. I give you a deal for 8 copper per toy. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 50 copper.
I look into my pouch. I only have Amarian money. Like chunks of metal from
Is it made of gold
So
or silver?
I'll pull-
Copper
I'll-
doesn't matter.
I'll pull-
People come from all different places.
I'll pull out a couple of gold pieces.
Oh, very nice.
These.
Yes.
One for the dolls.
Okay.
And one for you to come with me to listen to a business proposition. Trust me, it'll be very, very worth it.
Persuasion check.
Advantage. I get an advantage as part of the Lindender's diplomacy. My persuasion is 26.
Okay. He says, well, okay. I mean, I guess. Oh, yeah. This is what he looks like. Hey, everyone, it's Blinsky.
Hey.
Blinsky. He's no fun. He's no Blinsky. He's no fun. He's no Blinsky. I've been hoping you guys would be Blinsky. All right. So I can do that silly voice. All right. So he says, okay, how long is this going to take? I lose business here.
It is, no. I put another gold on the table. This should compensate you for your time.
I was going to ask and you beat me to it, okay. He puts it in his pouch. He says, okay, I close shop for a little bit. All right, and so he takes out a key and he kind of heads over to the shop.
Can I insight him just to see if he's really as he appears?
Sure.
21.
So descriptive.
The sum 8.
Yeah, he seems to be very forthright in this is who he is.
And I'm assuming the reason why you're not coming in is because of what the town will do to you, potentially.
There's probably eyes and ears.
So,
And currently the monkey goes and kind of like, climbs around his torso and kind of like peeks over.
Mr. Blinsky,
Don't try anything because Piccolo over here, he has a shop.
Mr. Blinsky, I have no intention
your eyes
of
out.
causing any harm to you.
Okay.
That being said, the competition is a little more vindictive. Is there a way we could go out the back so that we're not as visible going to this meeting?
Out the back of my shop?
Instead of the front door, yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we can probably do that.
Thank you.
Okay. Come this way. Very secret. Good. Use the back, maybe another silver.
I'll give him another gold.
Oh, very good. Thank you.
Don't get used to this.
This very good. Boop. He boops you on the nose. He turns and he kind of walks to the back. He like pulls a curtain aside. You walk in and the back is like really musty. There's like a workshop with all kinds of like wood pieces and craft supplies and like archaic glue guns, all that kind of stuff.
Archaic.
And lots of glitter.
Oh, glitter?
Yeah, you walk through the other side, glitter everywhere.
Blinsky,
Yeah.
may I buy a pouch of this?
The glitter. You want but
Another gold.
okay. Yeah, take 2.
2 pouches.
Blue and yellow, just for you. I see you like it.
Can I
Yeah.
Jen have 2 bags of glitter?
Of course.
Okay, who knows how.
Okay.
That'll always come useful
Oh
someday.
man, glitter is so handy.
Right. So he kind of goes to the back door. He opens it up after he had locked the front door, of course. He opens up the back door. He kind of says, "Okay, this way, please." And he kind of like tiptoes out, but he is not a like.
Before we go, though,
Yeah. Yes.
where's my merchandise?
Oh my goodness.
I want to play with these toys.
You could come over with them.
Beetle and Grams. No, that's fine.
Those come in the box, by the way, folks.
Yes, these are phenomenal.
Don't play with the bell one.
They're super cool.
Too much on camera,
All right.
on mic. Anyways, they're great.
We're not there yet.
Yeah, you're not sharing yet. All right, so he kind of leads you out, and he kind of like does like the espionage thing, where he's like,
So he knocks over cans and shit.
yeah.
Either way, once we get out onto the street, we will walk normally.
Yeah.
And we will make our way to the gates.
Okay. Okay, you make the way to the gate, and the guard kind of looks at Blinsky, looks at you, says,
As I'm making my way to the gates, I'm going to cast the cantrip Friends.
Yeah.
So I gain charisma checks, advantage on all my charisma checks coming
Okay.
up
okay,
to the gates. Okay.
okay. And he walks, does he get any sort of save or anything for that? No.
No, it's I'm doing this for the guards.
Oh, okay.
So if the guards try to what the hell are you
Yeah,
doing?
they kind of start, and then they kind of back off, we'll say. And they know Blinsky. They're like, no problem, I'm going to take Piccolo for a little walk. It's going to be great.
And then we go out.
Yeah, you go. And you all see kind of Blinsky kind of like lumbering over, and you see this little monkey kind of circling him and like...
Yes, very secretive.
Yeah, they,
We'll walk
he comes out
past the crew.
strolling,
We'll
yeah.
walk past the crew.
Yeah.
And go until we're out of the sight of the guards and stuff.
Okay, you find like a little
I'll
alley.
do a little camp area or something, and then I will just like sit down and
Yeah. Are they coming soon? Because time is money.
of course.
Yes.
And I'll wait. And who shows up first?
Are they expecting us to go to...
Yes, we should probably, I guess, just go. Was that not them?
Yes,
They
it
went
was
by, right?
clearly them. Man with the monkey and the man in the shining armor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, you're probably right, Ron. We should probably go.
Yes, well, maybe the most familiar to Blinsky we should send first. Obviously not me. Yet.
Very well.
I will go. Fine, I will go. So I'll walk over to Blinsky and
You kind of turn the corner.
turn the corner, get to their little camp that's set up.
Okay. And he looks up. He looks up first, and then he looks down, and he goes, "Oh, is this the person you're talking about?"
One of which, yes.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you're purple.
Do you not recognize him?
No, I don't think we've ever met. My name is Blinsky. Get off Blinsky.
I see. Do I see that you got the dolls?
Oh yeah, I'm holding a bunch of dolls.
Okay. So I go. Forgive me. 1 second. I grab the fall for.
No, these are actually what they are now.
Yeah,
He-
I
he
didn't grab-
buy
Oh, you
dolls.
didn't get the Dawnbringer dolls.
Well, I asked for the lot, but I guess he just gave me these.
Okay.
He said the ones he showed you. Which were those?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That takes away that. Okay. Well, listen, Blinsky, you may not recognize me right now, but I am a member. Wait for it. Of the Dawnbringers.
Persuasion check. With disadvantage because you look differently.
Okay, that's terrible. It's probably the one that's gonna happen. Okay. I got a 13.
There's no way.
No, seriously.
Which one?
Wait. Okay, I will get someone else. You stay here. I will find my friend.
He's hairy now.
No. I'm gonna go back and get Sterling
Yes.
Okay. All right.
and go. No, this will prove it.
Okay.
Okay, I get Sterling. Bring him.
Okay. Sterling, I'm assuming you accompany him willingly. Okay. You turn the corner, and he goes,
I was not lying.
"This is the Sterling."
Yes, and that makes me the Farfar. True.
But you're purple and you have the horns. I don't understand.
It's Barovia. You know, things happen.
But first of all, it is an honor. You have made me so much money. It's really great. But don't worry, no contracts, copyright. But I will tell you, do not let anybody see you, because I will not sell another Felfer doll forever.
Now you understand why I brought you out here, because they have the business proposition for you.
Are there the rest of you?
Yes.
And they're not here currently, though.
Right. They're not here.
My favorite is Muskoka. Is he here?
He's not here. But he's also my favorite.
I should point out that Noggins still wears the scarf.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Muskoka's not here. How about Ezmerelda? She's so strong that she's a
She
Spanish.
is very strong. It may be that you can help us, actually. This is part of the business proposition, right?
Correct.
She is not here.
She is at her current summer home.
Okay, so you have a Sterling. He's very impressive. Hello, Sterling. You are so nice. Ding, ding, ding. And then he looks at you and goes, you okay? It's good, but do you have the other ones?
Let me go get one more friend.
Which one?
And I go and I grab Dimitri.
While he's doing that, I lean up to Sterling and say, I got him here. I don't know what to do now.
Excellent job.
Yeah.
While this is happening, you're all over there. I'm just with Noggins and Aster, and it's like, so, who am I kidding?
So I bring
Dimitri comes around the corner and goes, oh, let me guess, now you're going to tell me this one's Dimitri.
This is Dimitri.
And I'll produce this. I won't activate it or anything.
Yeah.
Will this prove that it's me?
I don't know what that is. It's very, very pretty. It must be worth a lot of gold. But who are, this is not what I expect. Clearly the people who told me what you looked like were lying.
It might be based on some previous...
This is very bad for business.
No, but it could be based on some previous posters.
Yes.
We just have not had reprinted yet.
And the truth is, we just gave a very rousing speech to a large group of people who now know what our updated looks look like. So if you had a new line of toys,
I could do like
a version,
exclusives, like new styles.
Yes.
yes, and
I
people
believe
would
that is...
understand.
I believe that's perhaps what our friend was bringing us.
We could do like furry, dead like Dimitri, and do like purple horny Falfner.
Those two words are
Just
very
lean
true.
over to the two I'm with. I go, we should probably go over there.
Yeah.
I look at Noggins like, I don't want to.
And you watch as Piccolo kind of like jumps off of Blinsky's shoulder and like climbs up Sterling.
Okay.
And like starts like knocking on his head.
Stone can kind of crack that.
And like listens and like ding, 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 kinda, and then licks Sterling's head
Okay.
in the little pink tutu.
Like the monkey.
The three of us walk over.
Okay. As it's review, like, okay, this is a big party. What do you want from me?
Mr. Blinsky,
Yes, that's
I'm here to ask for your help.
That's where I was going next.
We do not know exactly what it is you can do for us, however. All we know is that you are one that we were told to meet, saying that you may be able to help us.
Perhaps you could. I know what I could do for you. Perhaps I could host you at my store. Give you nice, you can meet people, and then you can sign the dolls, and then I sell them on the B of the A. Or the Bay of the E. I can't remember, but lots of money can be made. But for us, we share it. And you come and you sign things. But only the ones that still look like Dawnbringers, not these ones.
Okay, Blinsky, perhaps, but seriously though, okay, you've heard of Strahd. Obviously, you've met dolls of Strahd.
I've not met him, of course.
No, but you know who he is.
Of course, you can't say.
Oh, there he is, there, see? Look. What we're wondering really is, and what Sterling, who you love,
Yes. Very impressive.
we really need you to think about perhaps in our battles against Strahd, if there's anything that you might know or have that could help us defeat him.
Oh, yes.
Possibly some sort of artifact.
Oh, yes, of course. There is one thing that I hear that he has in his castle that is very, very powerful.
Okay.
There is a famous inventor, very great. His name is Fritz von Berg.
Let me write that down. The French von Bergist.
Yes, and his greatest invention was a clockwork man. It lies somewhere deep inside Castle Ravenloft. If you deliver it to me, I mean, if you use it to destroy Strahd, then you'll be great. But I have to see him first to make sure he's the real one.
So just
Powerful tool to destroy Strahd.
A clockwork.
Is he being real?
Yeah, I was just
Yeah, I was just gonna. I was.
little
yeah.
insider.
Can we all? Can I?
Group sight.
Group sight.
29.
Okay.
28, sorry.
All right.
22.
All right. Anything over anybody over a 15, you could tell that he just wants this stall because he's like fanboying over this great inventor,
Oh, okay.
and he knows it's in Castle
Actually,
Ravenloft. We don't know that necessarily, but you just know that he really wants it.
Does this clockwork man have any real powers?
Oh, many very powerful. He has like these clocks that work in his body and make him move like he's alive. It's a living toy.
And we can.
Listen, okay, fine. I just want it for me. Because business has not been very good. Let me be honest. But if I tell you, you bring the toy to me, and then I give you very, very good facsimile of your toys. I will make you any toy you want. Okay, fine. Instead, and he goes like this, because the monkey, I will give you my monkey. I've only had him for like a month.
Where did you... am I there?
Yep.
Where did you get the monkey?
Oh, Rictavio gave it to me. He couldn't keep it anymore because they wouldn't let him have it at the inn.
Something occurs to me. When we first heard the hints from the good madam,
Yes,
we had not yet met Rictavio.
it's very true.
Is it perhaps Blinsky was our method of meeting Rictavio, and we've already completed this card,
You could.
and he's totally useless to us? Because that's just what's running through my head right now.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. When you say totally useless, I definitely think of him.
Hey, have you seen the toys I make for you?
I wouldn't say totally useless,
Thank you. I think.
simply because after our business discussion, if it does not go in favor, then competition will be made aware. Correct?
Let's cut the nonsense, perhaps. We need Rictavio for the attack. He has Rictavio's monkey.
She said, take the monkey.
Let's take the monkey.
Rictavio gave the monkey to me. He's a gift. He said, here, take it because the Morticovs won't let me have him at the Blue Water Inn. So he just gave it to me. He was the man with the monkey. He gave me the monkey. Do we still have a business deal? You told me if I came out here, there would be a great business
I get this
deal.
now.
We're in negotiations.
Octavio wants to
Take
play
the
with
monkey. You sign a couple dolls, and
Yes.
we're all, as they
no,
say
no.
in Barovia,
You have to
Gucci.
understand. Oh, wait, no. Just
But
wait.
how, and you can see that Noggins, though pretty airheaded at times, it's like growing frustrated. Just, how is this going to help us beat Strahd?
Hopefully Rictavio will come back for the monkey and help us.
I don't think we need a monkey to convince Van Richten to come back.
Who's Van Richten?
Don't worry about it. Yeah, I'm now getting frustrated with Blinsky.
And outside the game, the thought of Falfer with a monkey is starting to amuse me.
They're the same size. No, you know what, Blinsky, let's take you back to your shop. Certainly,
There's no deal?
you have better things to do.
You can have the monkey, but you have to bring me the doll first.
Presumably, if we do destroy Strahd, it wouldn't be too difficult to just bring back the toy after everything.
Yes, listen to anti-Dimitri.
Dimitri.
Yes, he's like the opposite. He's like, yeah. I call him Dead Mitri.
This is-
That's the new line. Dead Mitri.
Hey, you cannot call him Dead Mitri, he's our friend.
But he looks
Oh
dead.
no, that is very ear-catching.
Could we strike a bargain that we perhaps put a deposit down and borrow the monkey until we bring back the clockwork?
No. Why? Why you want my monkey?
The monkey jumps off and goes back around his neck.
We don't need it?
No.
I don't-
Sure, I kind of like it.
Very well. Sterling likes the monkey. Let's take the monkey.
Take the monkey.
I've grown attached to the monkey. If you want the monkey, it's going to cost you a little bit more.
How about this?
How much?
We will look for your clockwork toy.
Yes. And then you have the monkey.
No.
You bring the toy, I give you monkey.
That was not what I was going to suggest.
But that
I was
is what
going
I
to say,
suggested.
if you want us to bring back your clockwork man,
Yes.
then you will need us to take the monkey.
That doesn't work very well because then you
monk
take
is
the
the
monkey
key.
and then. What's that?
The monk is the key.
That is bad joke. Okay, listen. Okay. I have to go back to my shop. So listen here.
Okay, fair enough.
For the sake of brevity,
Of course.
you bring me toy, I give you monkey. That is the only Piccolo's very
Okay.
He's a good monkey.
But let's not do it, and we don't need the monkey anyway. So good, let's go.
This is part of the Vistani's portent.
Perhaps the clockwork man has something else to do with it. Perhaps we leave the monkey.
He's a masterpiece. He has everything to do with it.
I'm sorry?
He is a masterpiece. He has everything to do with everything. He's the best thing that's ever existed.
We're not making...
Perhaps you could tell us his history.
The clockwork?
That's right.
Oh yeah, well I told you, it was made by the great toy master of all time.
Where is that
Okay.
master now?
I don't know it. I'm happy that you have good business selling dolls of them.
Very
but
good.
I don't think we need your help.
And I agree with Noggins.
Madam Eva wouldn't have sent us here for no reason. The question is, have we already completed this piece by meeting Rictavio, or were we here to find out information
Well,
about the clockwork?
If this person was the catalyst of finding this clockwork thing that might be a toy, might be something, I don't know, then we know that the thing exists and it's at Ravenloft.
Yes, and also, if Rictavio was the one who gave him the monkey, then Rictavio was the man with the monkey, not Blinsky. Right? So we could have already solved this by knowing Rictavio, who also had the monkey. It is not Blinsky who was the man with the monkey.
It seems like a very inefficient use of Madam Eva's cards.
Okay, let's
She's a
chance.
bit of a crook, isn't she?
Let's chance. Okay, listen. Okay, you can have the monkey. If you want the monkey so bad, but leave Sterling behind as collateral and he can help me sell some dolls.
Done.
And then I trade him back for the monkey when you come back. Perfect deal.
Sterling is not some toy to be given to some toy maker.
No, I agree. But neither is the monkey.
There's no
He
way.
has a personality in life too.
Sterling.
Look in his eyes.
All right, Noggins, right, let's go.
As you guys kind of
Yeah,
start
we
to
can just
move.
walk away.
Okay, bye, Dawnbringers. It's nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Okay.
All right.
So
The strangest man I've ever met.
Yes, and I lost 5 gold in the process.
A small
did.
price to pay for peace of mind.
yes.
All right, well,
That man is absolutely useless.
Where I come from,
Unless the clockwork man has it.
there is a weave of fate. And everything that is done through destiny. If you were given some sort of portent for this individual, then I firmly believe that something has been revealed, if not our understanding of it now, but in the future.
I agree with you.
Take that news to heart.
All right, let's go back and talk to him again.
No!
That's not what he meant, I don't think.
I meant this clockwork thing should be.
Investigated?
No, I believe that the clockwork thing is adhering to something else, but I do not know what.
I'm sure that we got everything that we needed from Rictavio. If the cards are pointing us to him.
It's so hard to know. I say we go to now, since we have completed this particular task, we go to the next one and find out if we've forgotten something.
The next one is in Strahd's castle.
Yes, exactly.
Well,
These adventures are not for the faint of heart. Not that you are of the faint of heart. I'm just saying.
I think the castle is next.
Yes, let's do
I
it.
think there's avoiding it at this point. I don't think we're not about to go try to fight Strahd, but if he comes to us, then I guess that's going to be a problem. But we got to go get Ezmerelda and Travas. We got to get the sword. Maybe Aster's friends, if they're still there, I don't know. Maybe this clock person. But I think all roads are pointing there.
Yes, and we are sure that do we know if the cemetery for Ravenloft is outside?
Well, let's ask the one who's our guide in that regard. Aster, what do you know?
If you're looking for a tomb, it is underneath the castle itself.
Okay, that makes things...
But you have a way in, you said, right?
In theory, getting the rest of you in is going to be a little more difficult, particularly subtly.
If it has to do with Strahd still thinking you're under his control, that's a tenuous plan at best. He may have felt his magic weaken or break. Perhaps it's time we seek out the hags.
I mean, it should definitely be a last, absolutely at the bottom of the list, no other option kind of thing. So, let's just go there first.
That's fine.
But if we attempt to enter through Aster's plan and it fails, then Strahd will be aware of our presence.
Potentially, we do not know what will happen. I mean, everything changes, and nothing that we plan always turns out exactly how we plan.
I believe it is better to look forward knowing what's ahead of us than to go forward wondering what will happen from behind.
Exactly.
The hags will present... my apologies. Go ahead, Aster.
I was going to say, in my experience, there is no getting into Castle Ravenloft without Strahd knowing.
So again, about those hags.
Well,
Perhaps we should put it to a vote.
I do not know if it's... Sorry, what do you think, Sterling?
As much as I loathe the hags, I believe that they may be our best way in.
It's like the worst kind of best ever. You know?
To the hags.
How does Dimitri feel about us going to Child Eaters?
Well, when you put it that way.
Yeah, Roan's in favor of it, but
We fought them very valiantly, and we burnt down their whole establishment. And then from then on, they would torment some of us in the night, even going as so far as to transform Falfa into what we see today.
a terrible,
do you-
beastly being.
What do you mean by that? I have a few extra horns and purple. It's not that bad.
A lateral move.
As I remove, I'm playing with my fingernails, and one pops off, and I go, oop, and I throw it to the ground and put my hands behind my back. What do you mean? Let's just move on.
Well, I suppose if the price has already been paid to them, they are in our debt.
I guess technically it was an exchange. We are no more in debt than we were before. The exchange has been made. I simply have not claimed my prize.
Wasn't your prize the powers of the Hexblood, or?
Well, part of it was the powers of the Hexblood. The other part was getting into Castle Ravenloft.
I don't know, Sterling. I think these hags could turn on us.
Oh, most definitely true.
Very likely. That said, I've wanted to kill them since I met them.
And we have a different force now. Noggins is quite talented at dealing in the planes. It's my understanding. And even me, I have changed. So I can do things now to the hags that I could not do before. Because before I was not a fae. And before, Noggins, don't even know. Was he around for the hags?
He just like stares at you for a second. I'm pretty sure it was you that made me not be able to, I don't know, help this party for like, I don't know, an entire, in, you know, weird material playing terms, an entire season.
Right. Yes, was that a dig?
Yes, I know that.
Where are these hags?
Well, Felfer, what do you know about?
Yes, go on, Felfer. Summon your hags.
Can we hold?
Yes.
Hold.
Yeah. I hear you.
I would like everyone here just take a breath. Please. Right now, I can sense if you're not breathing or you don't have to.
Yeah.
Great. We're gonna like move away from the town before we just summon a coven of
Yep, that's fair.
What could go wrong?
I think that's fair. Let's go to the windmill. I'm kidding. That was a joke. Let's go somewhere else. Where do I go?
And I look at. Aster hasn't really done anything to make me know what they might be. I look at Dimitri, Roman, and Loholt. And I say, I don't know what your gifts are. I shouldn't use that because we use that in a very specific term way now, and that's different. I don't know what you can do completely. But can any of you, especially you divine people, can you make a circle? I don't know, a magical one.
Magic circle.
Sure.
Yeah, no, I don't possess that power. I can do pro, good, evil on me.
I can do. That's not what I need.
Yeah, you want something that's going to keep them contained.
Yes.
I'm afraid.
Also, I believe I could be wrong here, but was it them that we used silence against, and it prevented them from doing things?
Yes, that was Skoka's ingenious plan.
Yes. And it worked really well.
But I do not possess that ability to silence.
Let me check. I don't believe.
Okay, never mind. Don't think that's well. If we don't have it, it's fine. It's just we just got to deal with it. I'll at least be able to protect you a little bit, Falfer.
Okay.
Yeah, that's like, and I don't know what's close to Valaki. Like, let's just go into the woods.
Yeah.
Or something.
Okay. Let's do that. It's wise. You're right. We should probably be away from the town.
We'll get a good distance.
Yeah.
Would this work?
So are we saying here that go ahead.
What were the names of the hags, by the way?
Well, there was Morgantha
Yes.
and her sister of Morgantha. I forget what her name was. And then one of them died.
Yes, we killed her.
We killed her. Yes. I mean, you. Right. Morgantha's sister.
Well, do we need both?
Do we need? Well, I believe, and again, I forget if this.
There is power in names. I don't ask this for no reason.
No, of course. It's yes. I'm trying to remember, and I honestly do not. Do I remember? Can I do it? Can I do a memory check? Which is not a thing.
But history is.
Yes.
And it's your history.
Can I? Awesome. It's very kind of you, Liam.
No problem.
Thanks, Niam.
Oh, okay. What was I rolling?
History.
So 19.
Yeah. You remember that one of the sisters' names was Bella and the other one was Ophelia.
And do I remember which one died?
Nope.
Okay. So Bella and Ophelia were their names, if I remember
I
correctly.
think it was Ophelia that died. I think.
I could.
I can't remember.
Part of my brain says Ophelia's the one who died, and that's the DM part of my brain.
Very well.
And a quick point of order. There was a sister, and you had mentioned, I have it in my notes somewhere, so I know, that there was a daughter. Did we get her name?
The daughter.
I don't remember the doctor.
Because when they appeared again in Gakis with Falfer, there was 3 again.
Yes.
So they had a
So to
a
be
sister and a daughter.
to be clear, it was her 2 daughters. It wasn't sisters.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I was. I had. Okay.
Yeah, she had 2 daughters.
Bella and Ophelia.
Gotcha.
So, and I believe the Velaki people
Yeah, one of her daughters. Yeah, I got it. Sorry.
told us.
And sorry, and they were night hags, from what you remember.
Yeah.
They all kind of look the same. But then one was replaced to restore the coven.
Coven. Yes.
And you met the one that was replaced.
Yes. Yeah. So, just for full disclosure, there's 3 of them. Still, I believe. And I do
The
remember.
replacement, you remember, was green.
Yeah. The one was green, yeah. So I do remember there was a replacement where one was green, and this is very vague. And I'm not even sure if it's a real memory, it's so vague. But I believe that I am technically not allowed to hurt them. I can summon them, but I was not allowed to hurt them.
I don't know what's supposed to happen if you do.
He loses his soul.
I don't think we need to hurt anybody. I think we need their information to get in.
That's fair. I'm just letting you know, if it comes down to fisticuffs, I will not be able to participate.
Let's bring them out and see what we can do.
So you just need to chat information from them.
I think that's how it
Find a
works.
safe place, then.
Yes, okay. So can we retreat to a safe place? Have we done that already?
The woods.
Yeah, we're going
Yeah.
into the woods.
So you're just going into the woods.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I rub my hands together.
Can I get perception checks from everyone, please?
Damn it. This is so dumb.
8.
Oh, hey.
15.
15.
26.
14.
Anybody over a 23. As you head into the woods, you sense that you're being watched. You get this sense, and that's a strong sense in Barovia, period.
Right.
But you definitely sense that there's something in close proximity that knows you're here in this area.
Okay.
Just information in the back of your head.
Okay. I do believe I get the sense that we're being watched.
Divine sense.
Nothing nefarious or of any of the type that you could sense.
I would like to cast Detect Thoughts.
Oh, good
Okay.
idea.
And I'm just kind of going to do the thing where I just slowly turn around in a circle and
Yeah.
I'm looking to pick up consciousness that doesn't belong to a companion.
Okay, and it's any consciousness?
Yes, as long as, hold on, let me pull up these specifics. So it is let's see. Detect the presence of thinking creatures you can't see, as long as they are not hidden behind 2 feet of rock, 2 inches of metal, or a thin sheet of lead.
Okay.
And they have to have an intelligence greater than 3.
Okay.
Almost anything.
All right. And what's the range?
60 feet? Hang on. 30 feet.
Okay. Within 30 feet, all that you detect is the thoughts of those around you.
Okay.
Do you want to take
And it
note of
lasts
those
for a
thoughts?
minute.
Just for...
I think she is probably curious. She won't spend long because she's more focused on worrying about somebody watching them.
Sure.
But she'll probably just like pick up the surface thoughts as she kind of turns around.
Of the party members?
Yeah. Surface thoughts, everyone.
I'm just feeling like this better work.
Yeah.
Okay.
You get absolutely nothing from me.
His brain is totally empty.
So,
You can see right through.
Yeah. So you get a blank, and it's kind of disconcerting actually as you switch to Rome's consciousness that you get nothing. Falfer?
Yeah, you just get from Falfer that he's totally terrified to try this thing, but also exhilaratingly excited.
Loholt is thinking about how to contain the hags and prevent damage to the team. He's in like strategist mode right now.
Sterling is still angry about Blinsky. It's almost same. It's actually a mixture of how utterly useless going to Blinsky was. Kind of thinking about the clockwork, but you see more importantly the picture, at least a visage of what the sister hag looked like, because he remembers her putting her arm through his stomach.
Oh yeah.
And cutting off his ability to long rest.
I think that was Morgantha, right? I don't think that was the
Nope,
sister.
it was the sister. Morgantha
Or the daughter, you mean.
Sulfur.
It was the daughter.
You sure? It was. I wrote down sister.
I may have said sister, but I may have said misspoke. It was the daughter.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, whoever it was.
Yeah.
He's focused on them. And remembering her disrespecting him, and you don't like that.
Right.
Are you sure that you're not paranoid?
I mean, I'm terrified, honestly. I don't know what will happen. I don't even actually quite know what I'm supposed to be doing. But I will try.
Just look around, maybe?
Let's do that. Can I do a perimeter check around like the clearing or wherever we are?
Survival check.
Okay.
I wonder if anyone with true sight might see something.
Don't be. But me, yes, though. I do want to know vision.
That's Omega.
Come on. Okay.
Let my character do some true sight. Wait, you want to do some true sight?
Darn. Is that stuff? Yeah, it is. So that's a 15.
Okay, and that's a survival check.
Yep.
Fairly fresh wolf tracks.
Okay.
Oh man. Leading away.
Away.
Wolves,
Well, is that a common threat here?
very.
All right.
But nothing we can't handle. So I think wolves and hags together, probably a problem. But just the wolves we could take.
But perhaps not. It has been some time and our abilities have grown greatly. Perhaps they're not the threats you fear them to be.
The hags, you mean?
The hags.
Yeah, the wolves.
And the wolves.
Just bring it on then. Okay, I get it.
Let's get this over with.
Yes, exactly.
Are you doing? Did you say true sight, or do you not want to do
I
that?
do have it, so it would just.
do you always have
would
it?
Be able to see. Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks, start gift.
Wow.
His sight is always true.
Oh, the fly is real, and it's come up every now and then.
Yeah. And
But,
what's your
yes.
range for true sight?
60.
As you kind of stand, and as your calls kind of just chatting away, all of a sudden, from behind one tree in the distance, you see a shadowy figure step out. And it's this crooked, and it's about 50 feet away. It's this crooked, crone-like creature, familiar to you, with long black hair, with like knotted and strangly, with horns and purplish skin, with these long fingers and claws that protrude with skulls sort of around. And again, it's shadowy and ethereal. So it's in the ethereal plane currently. And it kind of like sulks across from one tree, looks at the party, and then disappears across the other, but stops moving. Like it stops at that tree, but it walked from tree to tree.
It's still there or it's gone? Sorry.
It walked from behind a tree and then kept walking and past that other tree and then was gone.
Just hiding behind a
Right.
tree.
I will just kind of like, be with its group, but they just kind of notice and look. Alfred, come here.
I walk over.
I'm gonna put a hand on his shoulder. I'm gonna say, "Do what you need to do."
Out of the corner of your eye, you watch the figure move a little closer, about 20 feet off, from one tree to the other tree, and then disappears.
I'm going to, yes.
Watching the party as she kind of walks.
Answer him, and I'll say, okay, here we go. I will summon Fiend at 6th level.
As he's here, I'm going to squeeze his shoulder, and we're going to share a vision for like 2 seconds.
How do you share the vision? What's the mechanic?
This is more flavor of how I'm casting the spell.
Okay.
But you almost see through my eyes for a second. I'm not saying you see her.
Sure.
We almost see through my eyes for a second, kind of see a kaleidoscope before it goes back to normal as I'm giving you some of my dream so you can have protection from evil and good.
Oh, wow. Cool. Thank you.
And I say, she's here.
I could sense her.
I can look at her.
So I will also summon the Hellhound. So Gift of Surlac, summon a Hellhound at 6th level.
As it kind of apparates and starts to circle the party. You see this happen. You see that he does it.
And
that's your summon fiend?
Yep.
Okay.
I will, noting that, that I was just made aware that Morgantha's around. I say, Morgantha! It's time to do this! Show yourself!
As soon as you say Morgantha, all of a sudden, she appears behind Falford. Like, right behind him, and you see her standing, and she kind of like just stands over him like this, and kind of like slowly breathing. Her eyes, this kind of white, and her shadowy, ethereal figure above him.
Yeah, because she would be taller.
And in that moment, you watch as her hands start to go into Falford's shoulders. And you watch him like, do this. And you just watch him kind of like contort backwards as he's kind of fighting something. And we watch as his eyes roll back in his skull as he does this. And you, Noggins, watch as her arms go into his arms and start to kind of puppet him as he kind of like goes backwards, and then she disappears inside him. And
Is she possessing him?
Religion check?
Because she can't, if so.
Religion check? What would prevent her from possessing him?
Good
The
and evil.
protection from evil and good that I have on him.
But
Yeah.
she has part of her soul. Does that do anything?
I don't know. I mean, DM, do what you got to do, but the
Yeah.
target literally can't be charmed,
That's right.
possessed by one of these creatures. Anywho, religion is a 13.
Yeah.
Does it work with the...
Yeah, so I would say he starts to contort and he starts to move, and then he exhales and she pops out the other side. And then she kind of looks around.
Can we all see her?
No.
Can I see her?
Yeah. And Falford, you just kind of like, you blacked out for a second.
Okay.
And then you're back.
What happened?
Are you alright? You started doing something very weird.
I do not know. What did you see?
She just she starts to kind of circle and walk between the party. And like really close to everyone. It does this like creepy like pass by walk of everyone.
And
I look at her and I say, stop.
I see him.
She stops and her head turns towards you.
He's just talking to nothing right now?
Yeah. And then her head stops and she kind of, her eyes squint and she looks at you. I'm not getting inside escape. Is it not working on your end? Okay.
It goes enough for us. And I just say, we can do this without you trying to make a scene.
She stops glaring at you.
hearing, I can only assume. I mean, can I assume? Can I get an insight check or whatever to find out whether or not he's talking to
I
her?
will reveal. I'm like,
Well, he said she's here.
Oh yeah, he said she's here. Okay, I'll say, Noggins, tell her for me that we simply want to get our part of the deal out of it, to get into the castle. Can she do that for us?
And I just look at it and I say, if you have the power, I assume you have, you can say it yourself. But we don't have to make this something that it doesn't need to be.
Shakes her head slowly side to side.
You can't or you won't.
She turns around. She starts to walk away.
Then possess me and do it, but don't hurt him.
Keeps walking.
What's happening, Noggins?
She's walking away and I don't know. I look at Falfre and I say, are you okay with this? 'Cause I don't think she's going to listen to anyone but you.
Is she saying that the only way we get in there is if she's possessing me?
Sounds like it. She's walking away and you have to choose fast.
Morgantha!
She stops.
She stopped.
For the sake of Barovia, and only for that reason and the people here. Fine, do it.
I see Falfre and I look back at her. We dream druids kill hacks for fun. Don't hurt him. And I'll end the protection.
Immediately, she turns around like witch, like basically on all fours, and
You seem like shiver.
and goes into him. And you watch as Falfre again contorts and turns and moves, and then goes slack. And then you watch as his back is hunched, and he starts to move like she does. And he kind of looks up, and he looks at everyone.
My eyes glow
Now,
a little.
Falfre is now under my control. And she says, and her voice comes out of his
Like a French?
body. No. Her voice comes out.
Damn it, I would love to.
Yeah.
And she turns and she says, I'm back. Tell me.
We can't hear you.
You can't hear me at all?
The way you were doing it, you were getting irritated.
Oh, really? Oh, weird. Okay. Very strange. That was unfortunate. Okay. Yeah, she looks up and she smiles. This long, toothy grin. Her claws protruding. She looks up. She says, "I'm back." And that is where we're gonna end the session for tonight.
Come on! I wanted to see what the hell was going to happen next. Gosh darn it.
Thank you everyone for watching. Much love to all y'all at home. Tune in next week for episode 4, where maybe start to go towards Castle Ravenloft. We'll see. Awesome. All right, y'all. Have a good night. Thank you. If you like what you saw tonight, again, as always, comment, share. That helps people to see it and all that fun stuff. Hit that bell icon to let it you know when we do stuff. Love you. Bye.